Hello, hello. This is Ken Kinter. Welcome to what I think is day 37 of my leukemia journey. As you can guess, this is day two of what is supposed to be four for my um, first series 1B of my chemo treatments, 1B out of what's going to be 4B. Um, the good news is most of my blood levels are good. Tolerating the chemo well. The one drug I was here to get is done. I'm going to get some more tomorrow, spinal puncture number 3, and I'm going to get a different drug twice. I probably should remember these names. Maybe I'll add them in the comments later on, or maybe they're not important because people get different ones. But I'm tolerating them very well. That's the good news. And this admission is a lot easier than the last one when I couldn't walk or couldn't get around and kept passing out. And that was, so it's a lot easier in that one, despite being on the same unit. The tough part is when they put you on steroids so that you can tolerate the procedure. And steroids means that your appetite goes way up, which is good. Energy level goes up, which is good. Although when you have a high energy level and you're sitting on a hospital bed, that's not so great. The real unintended part of this that has been really unpleasant has been I'm now being treated for diabetes, which I've never had before. My sugar level went up pretty dramatically. So now I'm getting finger sticks. I don't know if you could see. I'm new to this. I'm getting finger sticks and insulin. So anyone out here who's diabetic and is insulin dependent, I just joined another club I didn't want to join. And trust me, I have more respect for you now than I had 24 hours ago. So I'm trying to make rapid adjustments to my diet because I'm kind of borderline. I mean, I'm getting one unit, maybe I got two once. So I'm on the light end of the scale here, but still extremely unpleasant and just not what you need and not what you want when you're trying to avoid being poked as much as possible, or been as poked as much as I've been in the last 2 months. So it's just been really unpleasant. It's a 4 times a day thing before meals and before bed. So it just seems like it's happening all the time. So it's quite the nuisance. So my heart goes out. New level of compassion for people that have insulin dependent diabetes. So, but that's really been it. I mean, that's kind of a big thing, and that's really made the day a lot more difficult. But everything else is okay. I go down for my spinal puncture tomorrow. I don't know when. Again, that coordination between departments thing sort of extends into the units as well. They can't tell me at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night when I'm going down because it has to be either first thing in the morning or it's got to be between chemo sessions. And each chemo session, I believe, is 4 hours. One's going to be 10 to 2. So I'm either going down before 10 or after 2. I feel like you can hear the steroids in my rapid speech because I don't usually talk this fast. So I slept 2 hours last night. They woke me up at 3 or 3:30 for blood work, and I just stayed up. So I worked, I did things, I got things done all from bed. So that part was good. Um, so I got caught up on a lot of things. I still have work to do, but I think I'm either going to do it while I'm sitting here being infused, or I'm going to just push it off to the weekend. Friday I have an appointment here in the clinic that looks pretty easy. And of course, all of that is contingent toward me getting the methotrexate. That was the drug I was doing for 24 hours. They have to get that out of my system before they get me out of here. So they're going to continually do blood work to see what that level is. And depending on how my liver, my kidneys are functioning, you hear me, liver and kidneys. I know I've given you a really rough go the last couple months, but help me out here. Help me help you get you out of here and get home. Um, the faster that gets out of my system, the quicker I get out of here. So that's all the motivation that I need. Um, let's see. Talk to a lot of people today. Talk to family. Talk to friends. Talk to coworkers. The support is there. That part is still wonderful and on point. Um, I've gotten some good feedback from the staff here as well. I've had some conversations with them. I spoke to a nurse about what I talked about yesterday, which is the short term versus the long term. She completely understood that I'm new at this and I'm doing the one procedure at a time, one day at a time thing. And she said that's okay for now because that's kind of where you are. You're all about surviving this process. After this process, you can look up and see what the next stage is. It doesn't help you to hear about stage 4A and 4B of chemo when you're not done 1B yet. You don't need that stress. So I'm going to continue to one day at a time. And I did look at a few things in terms of diet because those are things I can implement now. I'm already making changes in my diet regarding my sugar intake. Trust and believe that I'm doing that. But so that's kind of where that is. The diabetes thing is the big news of the day, and tolerating everything else well and all the other blood work is where it's supposed to be. So it's basically a so far so good. Tomorrow is really the last day of treatment per se between the two infusions of this new drug, cytarabine. I'm making that up. And the spinal bit, which okay, it sounds terrible. I've done 2 of them before. I'm going to go down there and do it again. You lay on your belly, you do what they say. They give you a couple shots and they send you on your way. That's kind of it. It's a little more unpleasant than that, but it's probably less unpleasant than what you're thinking, and certainly less unpleasant than what I thought. So that's tomorrow, and then we're just washing out and getting out. And I can't tell you how thrilled I will be to get home, even with coming back for a quick appointment Friday. That's okay. I'm still good with that. And we'll see what the blood work is, and then we'll see what kind of shape I'm in as far as I'm sure I'll be neutropenic again. I'm sure my numbers will be devastated. I'm sure the chemo is going to wipe out good stuff as well as bad stuff. That's what it does. And then I get a breather in between, and then we get back to it. So that's what we've got. I am tired, so maybe I'm optimistic I'll get some sleep tonight. They told me that I'm going to have a little break in my routine. Instead of being up every 90 minutes to 2 hours, I think I get midnight to 4 before vitals, and then 4 to 5. 5 will be blood work. So I might get a nice chunk of sleep tonight. I could certainly use it. I got about 2 hours last night and maybe a 15 to 20-minute nap during the day. And with the steroids, that's all I needed. I can see why people are so into these things, particularly athletes. But I feel unpleasantly wired now. When I was on steroids before, I was just energized, like caffeinated. And you remember the videos, I jumped into work and, walked and did stuff on the porch and promptly wiped myself out. But I had enough energy to try taking those things on. This, between being wired and being confined, because I'm not like walking around the unit or anything, I'm staying in my room. It's not a good feeling. So anyway, with that, not a great way to finish, but I'm going to try to get some rest and steer myself down. I know they're going to wake me up and poke me again. Another blood sugar and another insulin is probably coming, I think. But anyway, that's going to be the rest of my night. So tomorrow, hopefully productive day and all the hoops I need to jump through to get through the door, except for washing out the methotrexate. So that's what I got. Hoping the best for that. And I will check in tomorrow night and let you know how that worked out. So peace, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.